a lot of thoughts are probably buzzing around in your head, so I'll get to the point. Would you like to get married?
Welcome, everybody, to the final adventures of Martinius' last name. We will do a gallery tour in a separate episode. Martinius will be very proud to show you guys his collection because he has added to it maybe a little bit more than originally we agreed to. So here it is, the finale, the official retirement of Martinius. It's time to say goodbye to the treasure hunting. And goodbye to his adventures in Skyrim. And now it's time for him to enjoy his life. Just him and Serana, his wife. There was no ceremony, if you're curious. It was just a case of her saying, hey, do you want to get married? And then that's it. There was no grand ceremony in a temple. There was no celebration. But he doesn't need to celebrate. He's got his family around him. Inigo, his grandson, Serana, and, well, Lucian, I suppose. He just kind of followed us around for a bit and was kind of annoying. But then again, who else in this room wasn't? But Martinius has been thinking. Not only do they have their age in common, their magic in common, their adventurous spirit in common, but Martinius and Serana have one other thing. And that's, of course, their backgrounds. Serana was born to a broken family, vampires in the service of Molag Bal, but it was not a happy home. And Martinius, poor Martinius, was an orphan. Serana may have had a terrible family, but Martinius never knew his. Maybe they could do something right in the world. They've both done terrible things. Serana is a vampire. She can't help what she is, but to live that life, you have to sacrifice a great many things. And Martinius suplexed the Emperor of Tamriel and laughed as he did it. Maybe now it's time they earn themselves some good karma. And maybe fill up some of these spare beds they've got. Maybe they could help out some children who also come from abandoned homes. Now, there's one part of Martinius he's always kept very private, very hidden, not just from the world, but from himself. And that is, of course, Martinius is part Dark Elf. Being an archaeologist working in Skyrim, part Imperial, part Dark Elf, amid a civil war, it's something he just had to learn to bury. And maybe, by helping someone else, he can also help himself. Now, Martinius heard a rumor from his good friend the card trader in Nice's Corner Club that a single Dark Elf child was found by Imperials and raised before being abandoned here following the Civil War. Oh, there he is. Tiny child. Hello. Nobilius. Hello, Nobilius. I could adopt you if you want.
Really? Do you have a place I can live?
Of course. I've got a house in Falkreath.
Oh, wow. Are you sure? You really wouldn't mind?
You know what? I'm sure, son.
Really? You mean it? Wow, thanks, Pa. I promise I won't be any trouble at all.
Oh. What a great deed we've done.
Just let me get my things and say goodbye to everyone. I'll meet you at home. Thanks. Thanks again. This is great.
Oh.
It's everything I could have asked
Nobilius Dovakir.
I know it's not much, but
Wow.
I found a few little things. I put them in the chest in my room. If you see anything you want, take it. You've done so much for me.
Oh.
It's the least I can do.
That's lovely.
You're relaxing with you by my side.
And
Friends
there it
are an
is.
essential part of happiness, I think.
A lovely home filled with lovely people. A child to help raise during his retirement years. And who knows? Maybe it's possible one day that Serana and Martinius might choose to have a child of their own. Don't entirely know the mechanics of it, given that she's a vampire and he's a werewolf and dragonborn. And she's like 4,000 years old, but... And that's not to say, of course, that Nobilius isn't Martinius' real child. They've got this special bond that I don't think anyone else can have. Two orphans, abandoned, exploring, maybe, what it means to be Dark Elf. Part Dark Elf in Martinius' case. And over the course of many months and years, Martinius and Nobilius become the best of friends. Now listen, you wait here and don't wander off. Don't touch anything. I'm gonna go and find Orion and speak to him about some other guild master related crap. For God's sake, where is he? Orion? Orion? Well, that was exhausting. Better get back to Lakeview Manor for that fishing trip with our good friend Inigo. Huh? Nobilius? Nobilius? What? Nobilius? Oh my god. Nobilius? Madam? Madam, have you seen my son? What kind of cruel trick is this? Molag Bal! After months of searching high and low across the realm for poor Nobilius, Martinius returned to the Dragonborn Gallery. There was one thing he could do. One thing he swore he would never do. Martinius swore that he would only ever use the knowledge of the Ogma Infinium to find out the one thing he never could. Who he was and where he came from. And now he has a terrible choice. Answer the unanswerable question of who is Martinius' last name, or find out what happened to his son, Nobilius. Tell him, Ammaeus Mora, where is Nobilius? No. Martinius was always told growing up that he was found near a strange three-headed door in the Niben Basin. Is this the sick, ultimate irony of Ammaeus Mora? The one question Martinius always wanted answered, but the one time he doesn't want to hear it. The truth of Martinius. His head. This is too much. If Ammaeus Mora is to be believed, Martinius is the son of the hero of Kvatch and the final Dragonborn Emperor, Martin Septim. My god, it all makes sense. But, oh no, there's more! There we have it. The truth is revealed. Martinius asked to see what happened to Nobilius, and he saw. But he also saw what happened to him. Sometimes these things are indivisible. Directed by Michael Kirkbride. Wow. Thank you all for watching the adventures of Martinius. Maybe it's more appropriate to say thank you all for watching the comprehensive Elder Scrolls Bruntley experience, starting with, of course, Nob Bruntley, should I say Nobilius Bruntley, going through to Kyaset, and, of course, then Martin. This has been a very surreal experience to finally bring it all to an end, because we started the first episode of Morrowind, and I will admit, trying to get it to line up, just so all the time nonsense kind of tied in together. But we started the first episode of Morrowind June 27th, 2020. So if I'd have not done the Vigilant questline, we almost certainly could have had a perfectly year-long Elder Scrolls series, Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim. But I think things ended up just fine. What a journey. It's been a weird journey. It feels very surreal, like I said, to be finally wrapping this up, because this has been a kind of daily ritual for me over the past year, in between all the nonsense that goes on the main channel. You know, it's really gone from the main channel being this just kind of obscure Crusader Kings 2 Let's Play / modding channel to now, currently, it's the most successful it's ever been, particularly with this new series that's going on the main channel, the Arco Seed series. It's never been better, and it's so surreal to be in this position where I am getting more views than the people I used to watch on YouTube. You know, it's a very bizarre thing. And this series has been the kind of the thread in the background, and though it has been in people's face, and obviously probably many people on the main channel don't even know it existed. It was something I did every single day before every single one of those videos, and I think respect where it's due. Where would we be without the Elder Scrolls? It could be an entirely different scenario. But there we are. The story finally comes to a close. So for those of you curious, we will be doing a full gallery tour as a little bonus episode for those of you interested in the mechanical side of things, so I can show you absolutely everything, what you can expect from a completed Legacy of the Dragonborn. I've done a little bit extra, like I said. Things that I said I wouldn't do, I had a little bit of extra time. So I've tidied up some loose ends, but you will see that in the final little adventure of Martinius. There won't be any story content or anything. I'll just be going through the gallery and kind of reminiscing about all the many adventures and journeys that we went on over the past year. And everything. So again, thank you all for watching. Thank you for the sniffing. Random museum guard. Thank you, Martinius. I hope he lives a happy retirement. And I'll see you all in the Elder Scrolls 6. Maybe that'll come out by the time I'm in retirement.